You'll find the link to crypto market cycle chart in the description and pinned in comments below. There is a $150 billion illusion hiding in plain sight. It promises safety, it promises stability, it promises security, but in 2022, thousands woke up to find their stable coins worthless. Most people lose money in crypto for one reason, and they do not realize it until it is too late. What really breaks a stablecoin is not code, it is something far more human. In the next few minutes, you will discover the three types of stablecoins. You will discover why the second one is the most misunderstood. You will discover the hidden red flags that turn a stablecoin into a ticking time bomb. You will also discover the one rule I use before buying any stablecoin. This rule would have saved you thousands. Stay until the end because what I reveal at the halfway mark changes everything. If you want clear crypto lessons that actually protect your money, subscribe now. I break down complex risks into simple actionable rules every week. This way, beginners do not learn the hard way. Now, let us start with the lie most people believe. Stablecoins promise the convenience of crypto without the chaos. But stable is just marketing unless you know this. Three types of stablecoins exist. First, fiat collateralized stablecoins are backed by dollars in a bank. Crypto collateralized stablecoins backed by over collateralized crypto. Algorithmic stablecoins have no reserves. They rely on code trying to balance supply and demand. Think of a stablecoin like a gift card. Fiat backed stablecoins are backed by actual cash in a bank. Crypto backed stablecoins are backed by a volatile asset but over collateralized. Algorithmic stablecoins are backed by math and hope. Most newbies assume stable means safe. That assumption has cost people everything. But here is the catch: backed by dollars is not automatically safe. Coming up is the sneaky problem with fiat backed stablecoins. Even the biggest ones are not immune. Fiat custody sounds safest, yet the biggest stablecoin controversy involved one of the largest fiat backed coins. The issuer holds US dollars, USD, in a bank. For every dollar deposited, one token is minted. This fits the one-to-one promise in theory. Trust depends on reserve quality. Trust depends on cash versus commercial paper. Trust depends on audits. Are they real time or yearly? Trust depends on the custodian. Is it a regulated bank or an offshore shell? Trust depends on regulation. Which countries' laws apply? Here is the frightening truth. If reserves are mismanaged, your promise can collapse. If reserves are illiquid, your promise can collapse. And regulators might be powerless. Next is the exact signs that a fiat backed stablecoin is risky. You will also learn the red flag almost everyone misses. Some stablecoins ditch banks and use crypto collateral. This sounds trustless, but there is a hidden gamble. Over collateralization means you lock $150 of ETH to mint $100 of stablecoin. If ETH crashes, the system liquidates your collateral. Smart contracts do the math, but during crashes, cascades happen. People lose stablecoins when collateral is sold at fire sale prices. During market crashes, these systems can trigger a cascade and people lose stablecoins at the worst possible moment. In the next section, I'll show real crash footage. Crypto collateralized systems almost failed here, failed there. One tiny design choice prevented disaster. Algorithmic stablecoins promise stability through code. They have no reserves. That sounds noble and extremely risky. Seigniorage models use two tokens. One token stabilizes the other. When price drops, token A burns. When price rises, token B mints. The math looks elegant, but feedback loops can spiral out of control. Algorithmic coins have collapsed spectacularly. People lost everything because a feedback loop went wrong. There is one algorithmic design that survived a severe test. I'll reveal which one and why it mattered. Wait for the mid video twist. A surprisingly reliable defense exists against most failures. Most videos stop at the theory. Here is a twist. A single most the single most common reason stablecoins fail is not code. It is not reserves. It is trust structure and incentives. Issuers, custodians, auditors, and market makers do not always have aligned incentives. One real world example shows an issuer using illiquid reserve assets. These assets were tied to risky loans. When everyone redeemed at once, reserves could not cover redemptions. Social proof and poor disclosure amplified panic. This is not technical nitpicking. This determines whether you get your money back. Next, I'll give you a practical 6-point checklist. You can spot these problems in under 60 seconds. Ready for something practical? Here is the checklist I use before I touch any stablecoin. Point 1 is reserve transparency. Look for frequent third-party attestation versus vague claims. Point 2 is reserve composition. Cash and short-term treasuries are safer than risky paper. Point 3 is custodian reputation. A regulated bank is safer than an unknown offshore custodian. Point 4 is redemption liquidity. Can you redeem one-to-one at any time? Point 5 is governance and incentives. Who benefits from issuing? Are market makers guaranteed bailouts? Point 6 is smart contract risk. Is code audited and permission? Is there time lock or upgrade risk? If a stablecoin fails two of these, treat it like a red zone. Now we will run this checklist live on two real examples. This way you can see how it works. Live analysis is coming. One coin will pass, one coin will fail. Which one will it be? Let us test the checklist on two coins. Coin A is a large fiat-backed stablecoin. Coin B is a newer algorithmic stablecoin. Coin A has a strong reserve report. Coin A has frequent audits, but there is a minor red flag in reserve composition. Coin B has no transparent audits. Coin B has risky mechanics. Coin B fails at point 2 and point 4. Seeing the red flags in action turns theory into finance you can avoid. This could save you thousands. Next is how to manage stablecoins safely if you still want exposure. If you still want to hold stablecoins, here are 3 safety first strategies. Strategy 1 is to diversify across multiple reputable stablecoins. Do not put all eggs in one basket. Strategy 2 is to keep redemption plans. Use exchanges with strong liquidity. No redemption windows. Strategy 3 is to use smaller position sizes. Avoid leverage on questionable stablecoins. Safety is not perfect, but small habits stop catastrophic losses. Finally, here is the single rule I always follow before buying any stablecoin. It is simple and actionable. One rule is all you need. If you remember nothing else, remember this. Only hold stablecoins you can redeem one to one directly with the issuer, or hold stablecoins with fully transparent reserve proofs. These proofs must pass the 6 point checklist. If you cannot confirm immediate redemptions, treat the coin as speculative. Do not call it stable. If you cannot confirm clear reserve composition, treat the coin as speculative. Do not call it stable. This rule would have prevented the biggest losses in major collapses. It turns fear into a simple action. Use this rule on every coin. Next, I will show how to evaluate project updates and news without panicking. You will find this in the next video. If you want more bite-sized rules that actually protect your money in crypto, subscribe now. Hit the bell. I break down complicated risks into simple actions every week. This way, you do not learn the hard way. In the next video, we will walk through a project analysis framework. You will spot weak economics before they explode. You will spot scams before they explode. Click this next video to learn the framework. But before you jump to the next video, click here. It explains how to analyze token economics step by step. If you plan to hold crypto long term, that is the next essential skill. Project analysis framework is step by step. Click now to continue.